My friends, this market is insane, but lucky for you, I found a way to navigate it and have some advice, some of which you're going to like, and some of which you may not like, but I'm still going to tell you because it helps you as a trader, which is why I'm here. What's going on, money team? It's your boy Jada Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you all had a discipline-filled trading day. We are live and back in action after a historic move in the stock market. I'm not kidding. Historic. This is insane. In my 9 years of trading, I have never seen such an aggressive move in one day to the upside. Over $4 trillion in value added literally in one day. That is insane. Now, with those big numbers comes a large need for discipline and a large need for a plan. So after today's trade recap, I want to break down how I made just over $1,000. I know nothing crazy, but we're up almost $7,000 in the week. And we have been crushing 5K plus weeks like it's nobody's business. And now I'm going to explain what I saw. The same trades that had Team Bull making money like this.
See how much y'all made. 136, 1100, 710, 2K, 10%, 1450, 3K, 400, 1,000, 600, 7.4K. Let's go. 775, 200, 1,300.
Yes, my students are learning and more importantly, becoming more disciplined. And finally, we're going to talk about what it's going to take to survive trading in the Trump market. Now, before we get started, I've been thinking, and if you guys want me to make you a full guide on what it takes to make thousands of dollars a day trading in the Trump market, what to do, what not to do, comment guide below, and I'll start working on that tonight. Now, as you can see here, we took one trade today, right? We took one trade on these NQ shorts to the downside. Now we were moving on up, slowly moving on up. Volume was going down, so I had no interest until we broke above our 15-minute high and held. I had no interest in trading the upside, okay? No interest in that. So, as always, we mark out our 15-minute high, and as, of course, we mark out our 15-minute low. As the orb master, got to do that. Now, just for reference here, this is the exact reason why I always wait for a 5-minute close above or below our 15-minute high or low to confirm our orb and then take a trend entry with it. Now, before we get to our trade, I promise we're getting there. This would have been the mother of all wick outs. Like, this would have been just max agony, max pain, because, right, we have this close above here. Okay, we come down, retest the orb, right? It's looking good. We keep our stops likely below this 5-minute trend-setting candle. Now, on this move down, you likely got wicked out, and then explosion. Tell me that doesn't hurt. But you know what? That's why we keep our stops set. That's why we know we trade our system enough times, it'll work. And just because you got stopped out here, that might have happened to some of you guys. Just know we're going to have hundreds of more good orb setups on the 5 and the 1 minute chart that will make that money back. It'll be fine. So given that we never had a 5-minute close in the first hour, I see us move up. And while we had higher volume, over half this candle was a wick down. That tells me anomaly, all right? Then we have close to equal selling volume. I would have preferred to have had a little more here. Nonetheless, right, it was fine. So we moved down, aggressive body here. Now on this wick back up, I don't buy until I have a set stop. So if I was gonna short here at 17,480, I would have to keep my stops right above this at 528 or above the high a day at like 600, which is way too big of a stop. Now, if you're trading like 1 micro or something, that's fine, but way too much risk there. So I wait till we're down here around 740, 750, right, down in this candle. I set my stop above this high at 480, right? And then my goal is to ride this to the low of this candle low here, of the previous candle low, like 370. So I enter here, keep my stops above this candle, and we get the aggressive move down. Again, I posted this live trading video on my Instagram. If you didn't see it, you can look it up, Jada Trades. I post a lot of value there. Definitely worth a follow for anyone who wants consistent trading stories, discipline, and motivation, more than just these YouTube videos. Now, the reason I like this trade was because it defined our risk, right, in the 5-minute chart. The selling looked good. The trend has been down, so my thought process was, all right, if I can enter in here, keep my stop above this wick. If we break above this wick, we likely test this wick high, and above this high a day, maybe I can catch a whole trend entry to the downside. Well, unfortunately, I didn't end up catching the aggressive move down to low a day again, sadly. But I did, however, catch a solid 50 plus points. We'll take that all day, every day. 50, 60 points, right? 70 points. We will take that all day, every day as traders, especially in this crazy market. Now, did it come up and stop me out break even? Yes. However, for me, I look at that as a win. Because if I can define my risk, have the discipline to follow my plan, that's what's going to keep me profitable for years to come. That's why I'm still profitable after 9 years of trading, almost a decade of trading experience, is because I execute with discipline on a daily basis. Not 3 days a week, not 4 days a week. It's a 5 trading days a week job. And for you, the other trader, I want you guys looking at your discipline and looking at your patience and looking at your impulsivity from a third-party lens at yourself. And if you can see yourself breaking your promises, slacking off on your day-to-day responsibilities, not following your stop losses, cheating on your diet, you're gonna have a hard time consistently being a disciplined trader if you're not a disciplined person. That was the biggest change that I made in my life. What made me from an unprofitable trader into a trader making over $3 million was discipline. That's it. All the strategies are out there. You know, I'd say out of every 10 people that I work with, for 8 of them, strategy isn't the issue. I mean, it is an issue for a second, but we can get that dialed in quick. What takes time and effort on your end and that person in the mirror is your discipline, is your mentality, is your mindset, is your ability to fight off tilt, to fight off revenge trading, to follow a plan, to define your risk and stick to the plan. If you can do all those things, my friends, if you can get yourself to buckle down and follow the process that you know internally is going to make or break you as a trader, you're going to be part of that 1%, that 2% to make it. But guess what? Here's the reality. Most people won't. 98% of people will not put in the work with that person in the mirror. 98% of people don't like being uncomfortable. 98% of people aren't willing to do the internal work, to feel the heat, to feel the stress, to feel the discomfort, to go through the change, to walk through the fire. And if you're willing to be part of that few percent that wants this thing more than you want to breathe, then you'll find a way. Then you'll find your path. It's not easy. There's nothing easy about turning discipline from a catchphrase into a lifestyle. But once you do it on a day-to-day basis, man, you become unstoppable. No losing trade can faze you. Hell, no winning trade can faze you. You come in, you get your work done, you execute, and you move on. And you move on with your day. That's what we do here at Team Bull. That's what I stand for. That's what Jacob stands for. That's what Jay Dunn stands for. So if you're watching this, I hope you take this as a sign, as a warning. Get your mindset and your discipline in order. I got you on the strategy. Hell, I got you on telling you how to build your discipline and helping you day by day with your discipline. But I need you waking up every morning, looking at that person in the mirror and choosing greatness. That's what I want you doing. That's what I need from you. That's what I expect from you. So that being said, keep up the grind. Keep up the good work. I got a lot of value coming for you. So if you can handle the heat, if you want more videos like this, tap in, hit that subscribe button, and let's get rich together. Jay Dunn out.